How's it going? So I wanted to bring you the first video, to the new YouTube channel. And, it's very focused on whitetail hunting. So I figured, best place to start would be right here in my mobile setup. I tend to use the mobile setup 90% of the time right now. I do still have some tree stands, some presets hung here and there on properties that I know, I'm going to go to and sit in the stand. But over the last 5 years, I've really shifted over to saddle hunting, which probably many of you have as well. But from a whitetail hunting standpoint, I don't think there's a better system, in my mind. The ease, the quickness, the ability to go in any tree, anywhere you want to be. I mean, I've shot a couple really nice bucks in the past 5 years out of trees the size of my forearm, because that's what was available and that's what I was able to get myself in. So, first and foremost, getting up the tree, I went with the Tethrd skeletors. I bought a bow sling off of Amazon so I could throw them over my shoulder when I'm going in, and I can carry my sticks like this, and I can carry my bow in my other hand. I also, on occasion, have a backpack that I can strap these to as well, and I designed something on the back of my e-bike that I can lock these in for when I'm traveling down the road on the e-bike. So once I get up the tree, I use a 2-platform system. One being this Hunt Arsenal Razor Mag 2.0. I just added this last year. Love it. I don't even stand on it the majority of the time, but if I want to, I can. And what it really does for me is makes the weak side shot easier. If I know that I can't get around a tree on a deer, I can go ahead and position myself, stand up on the platform, turn, and just shoot as if I was standing on a stand. And I pair that with a ring of steps. And I chose to do 2 because with the platform and 2 ring of steps, I can cover anything I need to cover. For a few years, I had done just the ring of steps. I did 4 ring of steps. And the reason I went with the platform is one buck that I shot a couple years back, I had to get all the way around. I was really twisted up, and I ended up spining him because I just felt like I was in an awkward position. But at the last minute, he cut and started to dip behind me, so I didn't have time to adjust my feet anymore, so I just slid with the saddle. So that made me start to think, well, what if I get stuck in that position again? What can I do? And the platform just made the most sense in this case. So the saddle itself, I'm running the Cruzr saddle. A pouch that I just bought, I think it's a 5.11 tactical pouch, just a pouch I picked up off of Amazon. I'm able to cram everything I need in there, my lineman, my tether, both which I'm running 8mm Oplix rope with the Ropeman ones for the ease. And then I have a Latitude bow hanger in here. The one thing that is not in this pouch, which normally is I have a silky handsaw for anything that I need to get as I'm going up, anything that I get when I get up to climbing height, and then in my bag I keep the Hoyman 5-foot adjustable saw. That helps, if I need to reach out and get anything Because that's the one big thing about saddle hunting that I don't think you really think about until you start doing it more and more, is getting into these unique trees, these unique spots, and then realizing, oh man, shooting lanes are going to be tough. So I ended up going ahead and getting a Toyman saw, and that's been a huge help. That helps when I get up, especially you climb in the dark and all of a sudden the sun starts coming up and you're like, oh man, this is going to be tough. So for me, mobility has just really opened up the doors. Some properties that I share with other guys and I hunt with, and maybe you don't want them knowing where you're sitting. Well, if I go in the saddle and I bring my stuff in and I bring my stuff out, these guys never know where you are, where you've been. And the tree selection, being able to sit in small apple tree clusters this high, one stick off the ground a lot of times. And it really brings a new dynamic to face-to-face whitetail hunting. Instead of being 20 feet up in a tree, when you're sitting there one stick high, it's an awesome experience. So that's my mobile setup that I like to use, and I think it's really changed the game for me over the last 5 years. To be the 6th season, I think it was right around 2020 that I started this, and just targeting big mature deer and being able to go into a spot where they've not experienced you, they don't know you're there until you're there the day that you run into them. Provides out-of-state hunting trips, makes it so easy. You pack light and you go, and there's not a spot I've been where I'm like, I can't get up in a tree somewhere. So if you're not into saddle hunting yet, I suggest that you at least look into it. Maybe find a buddy that's got it. A lot of people have them now. Test it out. It's very awkward at first for a lot of guys, but once you get the hang of it in your system, you can be set up so quick, so easy, and just bring the element of surprise anywhere you go. So in another video, I will detail the actual climb, how I get set up, and I'll go through that whole process. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. And if you can, give a like and subscribe to the video. I'm going to try to bring more helpful videos throughout the year, throughout the season, and share a little bit of what's helped me become a successful whitetail hunter here in the state of New York. Thanks for watching.